Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. Excuse me. We're going to bring you some APBA baseball card and dice. Makes everything nice. 1981 American League Championship Series. Brewers, with a combined record, would have won the American League East in the strike year. 62 wins, 47 losses. Taking on the Oakland A's of Billy Martin and Billy Ball, who would have won the West outright had the records been combined. Their record, 64-45, game one, best of 5. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some APBA Basic Baseball. For the visiting Milwaukee Brewers on the mound, Pete Vukovich, B grade, Y modifier. Paul Molitor will lead things off. He'll play right field. Robin Yount will bat second at short. Cecil Cooper will bat third and play first base. Ben Ogilvy, the cleanup hitter, playing left. Doing the catching, batting fifth, Ted Simmons. Playing center field, batting sixth, Stormin Gorman Thomas. Larry Heisel bats seventh, designated hitter. Roy Lee Howell will bat eighth, play third base. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Jimmy Gantner. Hello to Philip Reynolds as I hit the camera. Steve McCaddy will be on the mound for the Oakland A's, who are at home. He's an A grade Z modifier. Ricky Henderson leads things off in left field. Dwayne Murphy bats second in center field. Cliff Johnson's the DH, batting third. Tony Armas, the cleanup batter, in right field. Wayne Gross bats fifth, playing third base. Mike Heath does the catching, batting sixth. First baseman, Jimmy Spencer. Batting eighth, second baseman, Dave McKay. Batting ninth, shortstop, Rob Picciolo. The Milwaukee Brewers defensive rating, as you add up all the defensive numbers for the players in the field, 41. That's fielding column 1. The Oakland A's are a 43. That is also fielding column 1. So good defense. Oakland, outstanding outfield. The best number you can have in the outfield is a 3. Henderson, Murphy, Armas, all 3s. So McCaddy will be on the mound to start things off. So here is McCaddy to face Paul Molitor. Righty-righty matchup. McCaddy to Molitor. That's a 55. Doubles right off the bat. So a 55 is an 8. I know the A Voodoo is going to take that away. Popped up left side as McCaddy jams Molitor. Making the catch is Gross. So Molitor's gone, popping out to third. That will bring up Robin Yount, the shortstop. He digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Heath sets the target. The pitch from McCaddy to Yount, 24. 24 is a 13. That's a strike 3 looking. 2 down. Base is empty for Cecil Cooper, the man they call Coop. Cooper, left-hand batting, first baseman. McCaddy kicks and deals to Cooper. 51 to Cecil Cooper. 51's an 8. Well, I know that's a pop-up left side on the A modifier. Base is empty, so Greg Gross makes another catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Brewers in the top of the first. Excellent inning for the Cat. Steve McCaddy. I think I called him Dave. Pete Vukovich will try to match McCaddy. Due up for Oakland, Henderson, Murphy, Johnson. If anyone gets on, Tony Armas. Again, we're playing APBA Basic. Okay, here's Ricky Henderson. God rest his soul. Vukovich to Henderson. You want to keep him off the base paths. That's a 62. A 62 is a 14. That's going to be a walk, as Vukovich is not a double ZZ pitcher. So Henderson walks. They'll keep him close. He's a fast runner. Dwayne Murphy steps to the plate. We're going to let him swing the stick. We're not going to bunt right now. The pitch to Murphy, runner at first. 66, that is gone. Dwayne Murphy gets the swing away sign. And that is a 1 on a B-grade pitcher. That is a home run, well hit to left. You can kiss that one goodbye. Bippity boppity boom. Boom goes the ball. Dwayne Murphy touches them all. 2-0 Oakland. A great start here for the A's at the Coliseum. A 2-run homer for Dwayne Murphy. Uncle Dave Gardner's joined us. I enjoyed your game just because you make it entertaining, excuse me. It was a fun game. And I love the names with the old school teams. 2-0, base is empty for Cliff Johnson, a.k.a. Heathcliff. Vukovich tries to regroup. He deals to the hard-hitting designated hitter, right-hand batting, Cliff Johnson, 62. How do you do? A 62 is a 13, big swing and a miss. 1 out. The Coliseum is still abuzz with that Dwayne Murphy 2-run homer. So 1 out, bottom of the first, 2-0 Oakland. Tony Armas steps to the plate. TA. Vukovich to Armas, 61. Swing and a miss. Vukovich coming back with anger and fire after the 2-run homer. 2 strikeouts, 2 runs for Oakland. Wayne Gross steps to the plate. Left-hand batting third baseman. Simmons sets the target. The pitch to Gross from Vukovich. That's a 62. 26. Base is empty. Fielding column 1. That's a hard hit ball to second. Gobbling it up is McKay. Over to Spencer. Is Gantner over to Cooper. And the side is retired. 4-3. 2-run homer by Dwayne Murphy gives the A's a 2-0 lead. We go to the top of the second here in Oakland. Game 1 of the What If American League Championship Series had the 1981 strike season, instead of having 2 separate seasons, been combined. Which means St. Louis and Cincinnati will be in the National League Championship Series when we get there. Remember to check out and subscribe to Uncle Dave Gardner's channel. So Steve McCaddy on the bump with a 2-run lead now. He will face Ogilvy, Simmons, Thomas. If anyone gets on, Heisel, the DH. The pitch to the left-hand batting, Ben Ogilvy. From Steve McCaddy, that is a 36. 36 is a 33. Popped up. Wide pitcher gets a strikeout. He's a Z pitcher, so it's fouled off. The next pitch comes inside, popped up. Foul territory. Calling for it is a second baseman, McKay. He makes the catch. 1 out. McCaddy not afraid to come inside against these Brewers batters. Ted Simmons, the catcher, steps to the plate. Switch hitter. He'll bat lefty against the right-hand hurling Steve McCaddy. The Cat. Well, the Cat's ready. He'll deal to Simba. Ted Simmons, that 12. A 12 is a 25. That's going to be out number 2. Ground ball to second. Another play for McKay. He'll toss to Spencer. 2 down. Had he been an ex-pitcher, it would have been a strikeout. 2 outs. Base is empty. Gorman Thomas. Thomas looking to take a ball out of the Coliseum. McCaddy rocks and deals to Stormin Gorman Thomas. 44. If it's an 8, we know the voodoo takes it away. 44 is an 8. He jams him. Guess what that is? Another jam job popped up to the third baseman. Gross will make the catch. McCaddy is dealing. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second. 2-0 Oakland. Billy Martin loves what he's seeing from the Cat, Steve McCaddy. He's fearless. He's pitching inside and high and tight. Due up for Oakland, Heath, Spencer, McKay. If anyone gets on, Piccolo. So here's Pete Vukovich. Gave up a 2-run bomb after he walked Ricky Henderson. Murphy hit it out. Then he settled in to strike out 2 and get a ground ball. Vukovich to the right-hand batting catcher, Mike Heath. 64 to Mike Heath. 64 is a 12. That's an interesting number. A 12. One-hop rocket speared by Cecil Cooper. He waves off Vukovich, takes it to the bag himself for the out. 1 out. That will bring up the Oakland A's first baseman, Jim Spencer. Left-handed stick. He's got a bit of power. Simmons goes through the signs. Vukovich rocks and deals to Spencer. 31. 31's a 14. That will be a walk. So Spencer works a walk. Free pass for Spencer. He's a slow runner. He's not going anywhere. Excellent double play candidate. 1 out for Dave McKay. Billy's going to let him swing the stick. The pitch to McKay. Vukovich deals up a 32. How do you do? So a 32 is a 26. 26 with a runner on first. Fielding column 1. Both teams are fielding column 1. 26 is a fielder's choice. Spencer's out at second. 4 to 6. Fielder choice for McKay. So 2 outs. McKay's at first. Spencer went in hard, upending Robin Yount. That's Billy ball. They play hard. 2 outs for the number 9 batter, shortstop, Rob Piccolo. The pitch to Piccolo. Righty-righty matchup. 55 to Piccolo. That's an 8. The B will take that away. 2 hopper to the mound. Vukovic throws to first, and the side is retired. So that's 1-3. The walk doesn't hurt. We're through 2. We go to the top of the third here in Oakland. 2-0 A's. 1981 American League Championship Series reimagined. Due up for the Brewers, Heisel, Howell, Gantner. To face Steve McCaddy. McCaddy has thrown up 2 goose egg innings. Martin wants that to continue. Here's Larry Heisel, the DH. Steps in the right-hander's batter's box. McCaddy has the sign. He kicks and deals to Heisel. 64 to Larry Heisel. 64 is a 12. Fielding column 1. Bases empty. I know that's a hard hit ball to first. Spencer's showing off his glove. He snares it. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. One out. D. Scott Howard, how you doing? Hope all is well. Mark Jones. Mark Jones says Larry Heisel was a very good player in the 70s. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. 1 out for third baseman. Roy Lee Howell. Don't call me Thurston. The pitch to Howell from McCaddy, 65. 65 is a 35. Fielding column 1. Popped up. Foul territory near the Oakland A's dugout. Going over is Mike Heath. He makes the catch. 2 down. Again, McCaddy unafraid of coming high and tight to these Brewers batters. Billy Martin screaming, that's the way to do it. Uh-huh. 2 outs. Bases empty. Number 9 batter, Jimmy Gantner. Here's the pitch to the left-hand batting second baseman, Gantner. 1-4. 1-4 is a 30. That's going to be out number 3. Gantner really gets a hold of that one. Fly ball deep to left center. Racing over. Calling off Henderson is Dwayne Murphy. The side is retired. Gantner, not known for his power, gave that a ride to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark here in Oakland. 1, 2, 3. Go the Brewers. Bottom of the third. 2-0 Oakland. McCaddy, very stern look as he goes back to the dugout. Tremendous concentration for Steve McCaddy. Pete Vukovic made 2 mistakes. The walk to Ricky Henderson in the first, and then the bippity-boppity boom to the moon by Dwayne Murphy following the Henderson walk. Thus, the 2-0 lead for the Oakland A's if you're just joining us. Here's Pete Vukovic. Top of the order, Henderson, Murphy, Johnson. The pitch to Ricky Henderson. 46 to Ricky Henderson. A 46 is a 13. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Vukovic. 1 out. Dwayne Murphy, the man who hit the home run in the first, steps to the plate. Vukovic looks for vengeance. He rocks and deals to Murphy. 44. If it's an 8, we know it's an out. 44 is an 8. Popped up. Left side. Howell waits for it. The third baseman squeezes it. 2 down. So Vukovic with some nasty high and tight music. Here's Cliff Johnson. Heathcliff. Vukovic has the sign from Simmons. The pitch to Cliff Johnson. 64 to Cliff Johnson. 64 is a 12. That's a rocket to first. Diving stop by Cooper. He quickly gets up, wins the foot race to the bag quite easily as Johnson is out by 4 miles. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Cecil Cooper shining at first base, showing that leather. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Oakland. Top of the order for the Milwaukee Brewers, trailing by 2. Molitor, Yount, Cooper. If anyone gets on, Ben Ogilvy. Steve McCaddy looking for another goose egg. Molitor 0 for 1. He popped out the 3rd. Will McCaddy try to come inside again or try to go down and away? The pitch to Paul Molitor. McCaddy tosses up a 21, 30. 30 base is empty. Drive to left center field. On his horse is Ricky Henderson, patting his glove against his hip, makes the catch. 1 down. Ricky being Ricky. Again, God rest his soul. Died of pneumonia, if I read that. What I read, that's what it said. That's sad. His birthday is coming up, too. 1 out for Robin Yount. Yount struck out against McCaddy. The pitch to Robin Yount, 32 to the Brewers shortstop. 32 is a 26. Hard hit ball to second, up the middle, backhanded by McKay. He pivots and throws to Spencer, 2 away. Billy Martin shouting encouragement at his pitcher. Base is empty for Cecil Cooper. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to the left-hand batting Cooper. 55 to Cecil Cooper. 55 is a 7. And that will be a blooper to left. So Cooper takes the pitch down and away, bloops it to left for the first of the ball game for the Brewers. Inning stays alive. Ben Ogilvy, another left-handed stick, steps to the plate. He popped out to second. Cooper is a normal runner. The pitch to Benji Ogilvy, 65 to Ogilvy. 65 is a 35. 35 runner at first. Sorry, I hit the camera. 35 runner at first. W pitcher base on balls. Nope, it's a pop out to the catcher. Side is retired. So McCaddy comes right back high and tight. Ogilvy pops it up. Heath makes the play. The 2-out single doesn't hurt. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Oakland. Here at the Coliseum, Game 1 of the American League Championship Series, reimagined 1981. The strike season. What if the records were combined? Due up for Oakland, Armas, Gross, Heath. If anyone gets on, Jimmy Spencer. Pete Vukovich, if you're just joining us, gave up a walk to start off the game to Henderson, followed by a 2-run homer. Dwayne Murphy, that's how we stand, 2-0. Oh, joy. There we go. Almost had them stuck in there. The pitch to Tony Armas, who struck out his first at-bat against Vukovich. Oh, boy, do we call that? Do we call that double ones? Nah, it's a leaner. Foul ball. Armas steps back in the box. Vukovich deals once again. 55. 55 is an 8. That will be a pop out to third as Vukovich shows no fear coming high and tight, making the catch. Howell for the Brewers. Armas is 0 for 2. Wayne Gross grounded to second, 0 for 1. Left-hand batting third baseman for Oakland. Vukovic has the sign from Simmons. He kicks and deals to Gross. 61 to Wayne Gross. 61 is a 24. Fielding column 1. That's going to be an out. '61 is a 24. Nice play by the shortstop, Robin Yount, throwing to first. 2 down. So Gross is grounded to second, now grounded to short. Base is empty still. Mike Heath steps to the plate. The Oakland catcher 0 for 1, right-handed batter. Simmons sets up inside. Vukovic looking to hit the target. Pitch from Big Pete Vukovic. 12. 12 is a 25. That's going to end the inning. Ex-pitcher gets a strikeout. Vukovic is a Y pitcher. So it's a hard hit ball to second. Gantner to Cooper. 1, 2, 3 go the Oakland A's. We're through 4 here at the Oakland Coliseum, Game 1 of the American League Championship Series, 1981 reimagined. 2-0 Oakland A's and Billy Ball. Top of the 5th for the Brewers, Simmons, Thomas, Heisel. To face Steve McCaddy. McCaddy's only given up 1 hit to Cecil Cooper. The pitch to the switch-hitting catcher, Ted Simmons, batting lefty. The righty McCaddy deals a 14. A 14's a 30. Base is empty, 30. Deep drive to left center field. Ricky Henderson on the move again, patting his hip with the glove. One-hand snare by Henderson. 1 out. Simmons goes back to the bench. Striding to the plate, right-hand batting center fielder, Gorman Thomas. Thomas popped out to third, 0 for 1. Heath wiggles the fingers. McCaddy's ready. He kicks and deals to Thomas. That ball is a 5. I believe that's a triple. Nope, that's a double. Hit to left center field. The throw will not get there. A pitcher, 5. That's a double. Yep. So Thomas, 1 for 2. Doubles. He's a slow runner. It'll take an extra base probably to score him with 1 out. With 2 outs, he might be able to make it. Larry Heisel would like to go bippity-boppity-boom and tie the game. Heisel looks at the Coliseum. He sees Mark Jones, waves at him. The pitch to Larry Heisel, 34. That's not going to get that done, I don't think. 34 is a 31. Runner at second. 31. '34 is a 31. Runner at second base. Fly ball deep to center field. Murphy makes the catch at the track, but holding at second is Thomas. So 2 outs now. Thomas still stands at second. On the Heisel flyout. Heath steps in front of the plate, sets the defense, now back behind it. They will face left-hand batting third baseman Roy Howell, not Thurston B. It's Roy Lee. Howell popped out to Heath. McCaddy peeks over his shoulders, now looks in. He's ready. The pitch to Howell, 2 outs. Thomas will be off on contact, 36. 36 of 33. Runner at second, 33. Soft, lazy liner. Right at the shortstop, Piccolo. He makes the catch. The side is retired. The 1-out double does no damage. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Oakland. Sports Time Machine, how you doing? Yep, you're correct. Our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. Please check out and subscribe to his channel, Sports Time Machine. The National League Championship Series, St. Louis and Cincinnati, when we get there. So Pete Vukovich back on the bump. Walked Ricky Henderson in the first. Dwayne Murphy followed that walk with a 2-run homer to left center. That's been all the scoring so far. Billy Martin on the top step of the dugout, screaming encouragement to Jimmy Spencer at the plate. So it'll be Spencer, McKay, and Piccolo. Vukovich to Spencer, who walked his first time up. That's a leaner. We will re-roll. Foul ball. 62. Vukovich to Spencer. 62 bases empties of 26. I know that's an out. So a 26 on fielding column 1. Hard hit ball to second. Gantner makes the play. 1 down as he flips to Cooper. Scoring at home 4-3. Yes, Mr. Utah Mike, our good friend Sports Time Machine. Pete Vukovich was Clue Hayward in the first Major League movie. Haywood, yep. Played first in the movie for the Yankees. Here's Vukovich to Dave McKay. 2-0 A's. 13. 13's a 14. That's a walk. He's not a double ZZ pitcher. He's a Y pitcher. McKay's at first. Normal runner. Piccolo grounded back to Vukovich's first time up. 1 out. Let's play a little Billy ball now. Why not? Hit and run. Hit and run. So we go here with a runner at first. Hit and run. Let's play the hit and run. Do a little Billy ball. Where's the hit and run chart? I know there's a hit and run chart. I've seen it. Maybe I'm wrong. Sacrifice bunt. Sacrifice bunt. I could have sworn I saw a hit and run chart. Here it is. Here it is. Runner on first base. Hit and run first and third. So we got a runner at first, 1 out. We're going to play hit and run. The pitch to Piccolo, 61. So a 61 is a 24. 24, grounded to second, no play at second. Gantner goes to first, runner advances to second. So McKay moves to second on the hit and run. 2 outs, but he's in scoring position for Ricky Henderson, who's 0 for 1, a walk. He scored a run on the Dwayne Murphy homer and struck out. Let's get this back over here. Ricky Henderson, 2 outs. McKay at second. The pitch to Ricky Henderson, 65 to Ricky, 35. Runner at second. That should end the inning with a 35. Fielding column 1. Not a wild pitcher, so it's not a base on balls. Popped out to third. Ricky Henderson, not happy with himself. Pops out to Howell. The side is retired. McKay stranded at second. Top of the 6th. 2-0 Oakland. Now, my question is, McCaddy's an A-grade pitcher. He's tossed 5 shutout innings. Can he advance to an AC? I don't think an A-grade pitcher can advance up. If a pitcher allows grade reduction, here it is. Grade advancement. If a pitcher allows no earned runs in 5 consecutive innings, increases grade by 1 letter. If he allows no runs in 6 consecutive innings, increased by another letter. A pitcher can advance a maximum of 2 grades this way, but not beyond A. When a relief pitcher enters the game in mid-inning, not at the beginning of an inning, increase his grade by 1 letter, unless he's an A, AC, or AB. So I don't think an A grade can advance a letter, I don't think. I'm not an expert. We'll keep him at an A. Two nothing Oakland. Vukovic has thrown 1, 2, 3, 4. If he throws a shutout inning in the 6th, he's going to move from an B grade to an A grade, even though he gave up 2 runs in the 1st, because he would throw 5 shutout innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he would not advance beyond that. Here's McCaddy. So if anyone knows that, I don't think an A grade pitcher advances to like an AC and then an AB. I don't think so, unless, I mean, I guess you could do a homebrew rule. I'm going to take a sip of water for a moment. Hope everyone's doing well. I'd like to thank Sports Time Machine, D. Scott Howard, Mark Jones, Dave Gardner, Philip Reynolds, as well as the other folks watching who have not joined the chat yet. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. 2-0 Oakland, top of the 6th. McCaddy to Gantner, righty-lefty matchup. Left-hand batting Gantner. 36 to Gantner. 36 is a 14. That's a walk. So Gantner, who's 0 for 1, reaches on the free pass. Tying run comes to the plate, and Paul Molitor, who's 0 for 2. We have a runner at first. I do love these radio charts, or radio boards, whatever they're called. I got them off eBay when I bought the 1995 playoff version of the game, which was the 96 game with the 95 playoff teams. I've seen some on eBay now, but they don't give you all the playoff teams, which is and it's charging more than what I bought it for. Makes me laugh. Runner at first, a pitch to Paul Molitor, righty-righty matchup. 55 for Molitor. 55 is an 8. And even with a runner at first, that's a number near the mound. Only plays to first. It's a swinging bunt. McCaddy tosses to Spencer, 1 out. Gantner advances to second. So that's 1-3 on Molitor, who's 0 for 3. Dave Gardner says, I use the book with the radio boards. Yeah, I have the book too. I really like the radio boards. Robin Yount, 1 out, 1 on. The pitch from McCaddy to Yount, 25 is an 8. Well, I know that's another number. Oh, runner at second. So before I say that, let's get to the right chart. Got to remember to move your charts. 8. Runner at second. Hard shot, grabbed by the pitcher. Gets the out at first. Runner moves to third. Brewers 90 feet away from getting a run, but now there's 2 outs. McCaddy fielding his position well. So Gantner to third. Another 1-3. Mark Jones says a pitcher can't be elevated to an AC. Oh, a pitcher can't be elevated to an AC after pitching 8 scoreless innings, but they can't. Do you mean can? Am I reading that wrong? But they can't subsequently be reduced. But they can't subsequently be reduced to a B grade by grade reduction rule. Yes, it would be like ACAB. I think you have too many can'ts in there, Mark, unless I'm, because you say an A pitcher can't be elevated to an AC. And then you have a comma after pitching 8 scoreless innings, but they can't subsequently be reduced to a B grade by the grade reducing rule. So when it says in grade reduction, if a pitcher allows 5 earned runs in any 3 or few consecutive innings, reduce his grade by 1 letter immediately after the 5th earned run scores. If he remains in the game his grade can continue to be reduced 1 additional letter for every 5 earned runs he allows within 3 consecutive innings. His grade cannot be reduced below D. Grade A and B pitchers are first reduced to AC and then AC to A. I got you, Mark. Okay, so 2 outs for Robin Yount. Actually, no, for Cecil Cooper, excuse me. Runner at third, McCaddy to Cooper. 22 to Cecil Cooper. That's a 6. That's a base hit. We got to go runner at third. I don't think there's any voodoo to stop that on the A. So an A grade, 6. If single column hitting card, home run. Holy cow. If single column hitting card, home run to left center, a 2-run shot. What if it's not a single column home run? It must be a single column. It's a single. That's a 2-run homer by Cecil Cooper. We're tied at 2. Oh boy, Billy Martin now cursing McCaddy. So let's double check this. We had a 22. A 22 is a 6. Column A. If single column hitting card, home run to left center. Otherwise, a double. Oh, down here. Okay, I see that. It is a 2-run homer by Cecil Cooper. And the Brewers tie it at 2. So Cooper picks up his second hit. It's now 2 for 3. More importantly, 2 ribbies, tying the game at 2. Right. No, I understand that about the scoreless innings. Because you have to give up 5 runs in 3 consecutive. So it's 2-2. How do you do? We got a new ball game at the Oakland Coliseum. 2 outs for Ben Oglivie. Oglivie with a 56. 34 bases empty. That should end the inning. Fielding column 1. Y pitcher gets a strikeout. McCaddy is a Z pitcher, so that's a pop out to Piccolo at short on the outfield grass after Oglivie fouls it off. Side is retired. But a 2-run homer by Cecil Cooper ties it as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Vukovic back up on the bump, trying to get to that A grade. I don't think you can advance past that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if he throws a scoreless inning there, that's 5. He'll go to an A grade the way I play it. Murphy, 1 for 2. He homered off Vukovic. The pitch to Dwayne Murphy, 31. 31's a 14. Murphy walks. Murphy's at first. For Cliff Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded to first. Excellent double play candidate here. The pitch to Johnson from Vukovic. 3-4. 3-4 is a 31. Fielding column 1. Popped. Fly to center field. Waiting for it is Gorman Thomas. 1 out. Retreating back to first is Murphy. 1 out, 1 on. For Tony Armas, he's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-out. Here's the pitch to Armas. That's a 5. So runner at first, 5. Vukovic is still a B-grade pitcher. And a 5. Deep drive to left. It's a home run. Tony Armas dings a 2-run homer. It's 4-2 Oakland. Let's double check this. So runner at first, 1 out, which doesn't matter. Armas, 11. That's a 5. B grade. That's a bippity-boppity boom to the moon. Boom goes the ball. Tony Armas touches them all to the moon. Alice to the moon with a bippity-boppity boom to left center. 4-2 Oakland. The Coliseum explodes in joy and jocularity. Billy Martin is once again a happy camper. So a 2-run homer for Tony Armas. They had the best outfield in baseball. Oakland. Henderson, Murphy, and Armas was outstanding. And in that time period, I mean. 4-2 A's. So 2-run shots. And once again, the A's have a 2-run lead as Armas matches the 2-run homer by Cecil Cooper. 4-2 Oakland. Wayne Gross is up with 1 out. The pitch to Gross, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and short. Vukovic, 55. 55's a 9. Base is empty. I don't think a 9. Nope, that's a single to left off the glove of the shortstop, Robin Yount. He made a diving attempt at it. One out, Gross at first. Mike Heath comes to the plate. He'll swing the stick. Sports Time Machine says Bell, Mosby, Barfield. Yep, that was a good outfield for Toronto also. You're right. The pitch to Mike Heath. Runner at first. 1 out, 54. 54 is a 32. Make sure there's only 1 out. Yes, 32. Runner at first. Fielding column 1. skied to right. Coming in is Molitor. He makes the catch, 2 away. Heath's retired, retreating back to first is Gross. 2 outs. Gross will be off on contact. Jimmy Spencer steps to the plate. Vukovic to Spencer. Righty-lefty matchup, 26 to Spencer from Vukovic. So a 26 is a 24. 24 is, we're going to play that a force out at second. 6. It would have been a double play ball. We're going to call it 6-4, inning over. Actually, 6-3. He'll throw to first. So the side is retired, but Armas hits a 2-run homer with 1 out after Murphy's walked. We go to the top of the 7th, 4-2 Oakland. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series 1981 reimagined. Milwaukee trails by 2 once again for the Brew Crew, the Brewers, Simmons, Thomas, Heisel. Harvey's wall bangers. Was Harvey Keene? I know he was the manager in 82. I believe he was the manager in 81 too, right? Excuse me. Still fighting off the COVID. But my test said I'm COVID free. It's been my 5th day. I can go back to work tomorrow. I get to wear a mask. That's fun. Good news is half day on Christmas Eve. Of course, no one's coming over for Christmas Eve now. We're going to do Christmas Eve on January 4th now, on Saturday. COVID, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. And I got my shots, the first rounds of them. Won't do that nonsense again. Got it 4 times. 4 times. 4 times. Anyway. McCaddy to Simmons. 56 to Teddy Simmons. Former Cardinal. That's an 8. I know that A Voodoo takes that away. That's a pop out. To third. Gross makes yet another catch. 1 down. Another replay guy. Hooray. How you doing, my friend? He said, just finished game 1 of the History Maker Baseball Project Championship between the 98 Phillies, 98 Yankees. Had my highest scoring game ever in History Maker Baseball. Is that being loaded up on the channel, my friend? Remember to check out and subscribe to another replay guy. Hooray, our good friend Michael Canastari. 1 out for Gorman Thomas. McCaddy has the sign from Heath. Righty-righty matchup. Thomas, 1-4 to Thomas. That's a 30. 30 fielding column 1. Line shot to left center field. There's Ricky Henderson patting the glove on his hip. Makes the catch with a snap. 2 down. Ricky being Ricky. Another replay guy. Hooray says, yes, loading up now. Awesome. 2 outs, base is empty for Larry Heisel. He's 0 for 2. McCaddy kicks and deals to Heisel. Righty-righty matchup. 43 to Heisel. 43 is a 29. That's going to end the inning. Hard shot back at McCaddy. He knocks it down, rolls to his left, picks it up, pivots, throws to Spencer. Heisel's 0 for 3. Scoring at home, 1-3. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Oakland. We're going to stick with McCaddy as long as we can. Mark Jones says, I've been playing a fictional World Series with the 1942 Cardinals versus the 1942 Monarchs. Monarchs won both won both game 1 and 2 by the scores of 4-2. Thank you for sharing, Mark. If you're unfamiliar with the Monarchs, they were a Negro League team. That's the beauty of the tabletop. You can do what you want. Even the PC games, not as much because, you can't adjust rules. You can't do homebrew really on PCs. All right, bottom of the 7th. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever go back, for it's root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Vukovic could be his final inning here. Finishes up his warm-up tosses. I'll take a sip of water. He will face McKay, Piccolo, top of the order Henderson, Vukovic to McKay, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. 64 to McKay is a 12. Bases empty. Hard shot to first. Cooper snares it. Wins the foot race to the bag. McKay's retired. He's 0 for 2. Rob Piccolo steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. 2 ground outs. One was on the hit and run. That advanced McKay to second, though he would advance no further. Here's Piccolo. Vukovic has the sign from Simmons. The pitch to Rob Piccolo. 34 to Piccolo. 34 is a 31. Base is empty. 31. Fly ball driven to center field. Racing back to the track. It's carrying to the wall. Gorman Thomas makes the catch as his back bumps into the wall. 2 down. Piccolo gave it a ride. Not known for power. Nope, I didn't have it on my bingo card either. So, here we go. Top of the order, Ricky Henderson's walked and scored on the Murphy homer, struck out and popped out. The pitch to Ricky being Ricky Henderson, 35, bases empty, 2 outs. 35 to Henderson's a 9. B. Voodoo's not going to stop that. That's a single to left over the leap of the shortstop, Robin Yount. So Henderson collects his first hit, a very speedy runner. Mark Jones was using Action PC, so he was not putting it on the tabletop, but even then, it's on your computer top, and you can bring the players to life, and that's what's fun about our hobby. Runner at first for Dwayne Murphy. Murphy's had a 2-run homer, popped out and walked. He scored 2 runs, knocked into. Vukovic to Murphy. 53 to the left-hand batting Murphy. 2 outs. Henderson will be off on contact. 53 is a 16. That's a... Ooh, fielding column's going to take away the error there. Fielding column 1. Let's make sure we get this right. 16... Fly to deep center field. Making the catch is Thomas. The side is retired. Had they been fielding column 1 or 2, it would have been an error. But they're fielding column 1. And Gorman Thomas, if we were using that little chart, which we're not, he's a 3 anyway, so it would have been a fielding column 1. So Murphy flies out to deep center. The 2-out single doesn't hurt. We go to the top of the 8th, 4-2 Oakland. Game 1, best of 5, American League Championship Series. 1981 American League Championship Series reimagined. The strike year, if the records were combined, if there were not 2 seasons in 1981. So McCaddy will face Howell, Gantner in the top of the order. McCaddy to Howell. Howell 0 for 2. 35 to Roy Lee Howell. 7. And the A Voodoo takes that away. Soft grounder to third. Oh, wait. Flip the other side. Nope, that's a base hit. That is a base hit. On bases empty. It's bloop to left. So Howell fights off a good pitch, bloops it to left. Tying run comes to the plate, and Jim Gantner. Gantner scored on the 2-run homer by Cecil Cooper with 2 outs. Heath goes out to have a word with McCaddy. Back behind the plate. Runner at first. The pitch to Jim Gantner, 62. How do you do? 62 is a 32. Can of corn to right field. Armas makes the catch. Retreating back to first is Howell. 1 out. Top of the order, Paul Molitor, who is 0 for 3. Some bullpen action now for the A's. McCaddy peeks to first. Now in at the plate. He's ready. The pitch to Paul Molitor. 43 to Molitor. 43 is a 29. That's going to be out number 2. The only play is to first. Y pitcher gets a strikeout. He's a Z pitcher. So it's a number to the left of McCaddy. Picks it up. Thought about going to second, but took the sure out at first. Second time Molitor's grounded out to the pitcher. Advancing to second is Howell, but now there's 2 outs. Robin Yount at the plate, 0 for 3, a strikeout, 2 groundouts. And then McCaddy's nemesis, Cecil Cooper, on deck. He's 2 for 3. He's popped out single and hit a 2-run homer. At that time, it tied the game, but Armas came, the A's and Armas came right back in the bottom of the 6th when Tony hit a 2-run shot, thus the 4-2 lead here in the top of the 8th. McCaddy's ready. The pitch to Robin Yount. 66! It's a re-roll. On the D column. It's gone! Robin Yount goes yard. Unbelievable. 2-run homers are wild. A 2-run homer for Yount, and we're tied at 4. Billy Martin is cursing Steve McCaddy. So we've had Murphy's 2-run homer for the A's, Cooper's 2-run homer to tie it, Armas's 2-run homer for the A's to put them up by 2, and now Yount's 2-run homer with 2 outs in the top of the 8th ties it once again. 4-4. Cecil Cooper coming up. And that's going to be it for McCaddy. Cooper's had his number. Sportsflix joined us. Please check out and subscribe to his channel as he says, Yount, exclamation point. Wow, Brewers 3 Hall of Famers, 1-5. Yep. All right, let's get a relief pitcher in for McCaddy. Cooper has hit him well. So we're going to go with a left-hand relief pitcher, which will increase his grade by 1 for the first batter. If we can find one. So it's going to be Robert Dennis Chink Ochenko. He's a B grade. He'll go to an A grade against Cooper. So Ochenko is coming in. McKay's day is done. He can't win it. He'll have a no decision. McKay went 7 2/3. Gave up 4 runs, all earned, and 2 homers. And that's the extent of the stats we'll go for now. Purple. I like purple. Oh, Chinko. He's a B grade with a Y modifier, but because it's coming in the middle of an inning, lefty situation, he becomes an A grade just for that one batter. He comes in the 8th. Let's mark that over here. Oh, Chinko. 2 outs. He'll face Cecil Cooper. Four ball game. Ochinko to Cooper. 55 to Cecil Cooper. That's a 7. Bases empty on an A, because he's an A for the first batter. Same lefty-lefty matchup. But that's not going to help him. That's a blooper to left. Cooper fights off the pitch, bloops it to left, dropping in front of Henderson. Cooper now has 3 hits. Brewers are threatening now. So we have a runner at first. Ochenko goes back to a B grade. We'll keep him in there. Ogilvy, another lefty coming up, but he's a B grade now. Cooper will be off on contact. Ochenko deals to Ben Ogilvy. 56 to Ben Ogilvy. That's a 6. 56 to Ben Ogilvy is a 34. Runner at first. 34. Wide pitcher gets a strikeout. Swing and a miss. He got him. But the damage was done. The 2-run homer with 2 outs by Robin Yount ties the game at 4. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-4. Game 1, best of 5. Caddy's done. Let's put the caddy over here. Let's put back in the Oakland envelope. You don't want to mix up your players here if you don't know them well, because they don't say what team they play on, the old cards. So let's just put them at the back of the pile. Okay, now do we stick with, I think Vukovic Day should be done too, I think. Let's think about this for a second. Johnson, Armas, Gross. Armas hit a 2-run homer off of him. And they have a pretty good bullpen. He obviously got fingers. He's an AB. Easterly's a B. But he's a lefty. Johnson's a righty. Armas a righty. Gross is a lefty. Vukovic will face Johnson. Fingers is an AB. They're going to Raleigh Fingers here in the bottom of the 8th. It's the playoffs. So Vukovic has a no decision. He gave up 2 2-run homers. Fingers is an AB with an X and a Z modifier. So Vukovic day is done. Let's put Pete Vukovic in the back. Vukovic went 7 innings. Four runs, all earned, 2 homers. So Raleigh Fingers, this shows the importance of a Game 1 victory for I was going to say the A's, for the Brewers. Raleigh Fingers, the former Oakland A, will deal to Cliff Johnson, who's 0 for 3. 32 to Cliff Johnson, bases empty. 32 is a 26. I know that's an out. I just got to get to the right chart. And a 26 fielding column 1. Ground ball to second. Gantner to Cooper, 1 out. Tony Armas hit a 2-run homer in his last at-bat to give Oakland a brief 4-2 lead. As we saw, Robin Yount hit a 2-run homer with 2 outs for the Brewers to tie it. Fingers looks in. He has the sign. He kicks and deals to Tony Armas. 55 for Armas. 55's an 8. And we know that's an out. That's going to be a pop out to third. So Fingers has that ball tail in on Armas, who hits it sky high, foul territory. Howell waits for it. He makes the catch, 2 down. That will bring up the left-hand batting Greg Gross. Gross awaits the Fingers offering. Pitch homeward bound. 45 to Gross. 14. That's going to be a walk, as he's a Z pitcher, but not a double ZZ pitcher. So there's a walk. Gross is a slow runner. Mike Heath steps to the plate. Heath is 0 for 3. Runner at first. Fingers to Heath. 53's an 18. That's an interesting number. 18. 2 outs. Runner at first. And that fielding column 1, slow hit ball to short. He charging is Yount. Throws to first, side retired. So Yount is a 9. He would still, if we even use that little chart, if it was one of the numbers we have to look up, it would still be a fielding column 1. And I'm not using that little chart as it's late. And I don't remember to use it all the time. Side is retired. Fingers puts up the goose egg. Does give up a walk, but that doesn't matter. We go to the top of the 9th, knotted at 4. Simmons, Thomas, Heisel. Ochenko is a left-handed hurler. Simmons is a switch hitter. They'll let him pitch to Simmons and go from there. We'll see if we feel a good vibe from the Chink, Ochenko. Robert Daniels, Chink, Ochenko. The Brewers catcher is 0 for 3. The pitch to Ted Simmons. 23 bases empty from Ochinko, excuse me. 26. Ground ball to second. McKay to Spencer, 1 down. 1 out here in the top of the ninth, 4-4. Game 1 reimagined the American League Championship Series if the records were combined. Gorman Thomas will now face Ochinko. The pitch to Thomas, 65. Woo, 35. That's going to be out number 2. As he pops out to the catcher, Mike Heath. Just missed a shot to grip and rip. 66 would have given the Brewers their first lead of the game. Larry Heisel, glad to see McCaddy go. He was 0 for 3 against McCaddy. Ochinko rocks and deals to Heisel. 41 to Larry Heisel. 41's a 28. We're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. Tied at 4. That ball is hit to Piccolo at short. He throws to Spencer. 1, 2, 3. Go the Brewers. If we go to extra innings, Ochinko will go 1 more inning. Raleigh Fingers trying to take it to the top of the 10th. He will face the left-hand batting Spencer. Switch hitting batter McKay, so that's a lefty. And Piccolo. Might pinch hit for Piccolo. Fingers to Spencer. It's a re-roll. Holy cow. Will it be a walk-off? 32 is a 7 on the D column. That ball is hit over Gorman Thomas's head in center. A leadoff double. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm sorry. That is a single hit over the second baseman's head. So Spencer singles. Winning run at first, Spencer. They're going to run for him. He's slow. It's going to be Mitchell Page for Oakland. Do we want to run Mitchell Page or Babbitt? Bossy's a 2. Actually, let's do Bassetti because he's not going to get in the game anyway. Mitchell Page has a little bit of pop, so Rick Bassetti will run for Spencer at first. So Spencer's out of the game. Actually, let's put him away to the back. Actually, to the front. Now to the back. Pinch runner, 9th for Spencer. And he's a fast runner. That brings up McKay. McKay is going to lay the bunt down. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Runner at first. 23 is a 32. Bunted to the left side. Third baseman fields it. Throws batter out at first. Runner advances. Good bunt by McKay. So Bassetti to second. He's the winning run. And the second baseman was covering at first, so it's 5-4 sack. They're going to, I would probably bring up Mitchell Page to hit. They would walk him. So I'm just going to walk. They're going to walk Piccolo. Oh, would you walk Piccolo to get to Henderson? With 2 outs. With 1 out, excuse me. Piccolo will be called back. So his day's done. We'll have to have a shortstop. McCaddy will play short. If we go to extras, Babbitt, Shooty Babbitt will play second. It's going to be Mitchell Page to pinch hit. And they will promptly walk Mitchell Page intentionally. But then again, it was set up the right. Yeah, they probably would do that. Let's see what we got here. He's got some 13s on there. I got to think about this. So Page, pinch hit, 9th. For number 9. Winning run at second, the speedy Rick Bassetti. Hello, Clinton Park Soapball as well. I think they would walk Page. I think they would walk Page. They're going out to have a word with Raleigh Fingers. The manager, Cooper, Simmons, Yount, Gantner, Howells just off the mound. And Fingers says, I want to go after Page. He's going to pitch to Page. Winning run at second. The pitch to Mitchell Page. 31. And that's a 14. So that will be runner at second. That's good. Should be a walk, but let's double check that. Fingers is a Z pitcher. That might not be a walk. Nope, it is a walk. Missed inside. So they pitched carefully to Mitchell Page. It was a walk, an intentional walk. Double play ends the inning, but now they face Ricky Henderson. Henderson for the win. Fingers to Ricky Henderson, 51. We have first and second. Let's move this over here. 51's an 11. Uh-oh. This game's over. It's a walk-off for Ricky being Ricky. Ricky Henderson walks it off. AC pitcher, right? Or AB, excuse me. It doesn't matter. That the 11's not stopped. RBI hit to center field. Then Ricky would steal second. It doesn't matter. Ricky Henderson. So they get to Ricky pitching carefully to Mitchell Page. He singles to center. The speedy Rick Bassetti scores the pinch runner for Spencer. Oakland wins in walk-off fashion 5-4 to the joy of Billy Martin and the many Oakland A's fans. So that's Billy Ball, people. Oakland takes game 1 5-4 in a classic. Wow. So on the 51, it was an 11. And as you see, that is a walk-off game-winning single. An 11's a hit on an A or a B, as Fingers is an AB pitcher, right? Yep. Doesn't matter. Walk-off single to center. The speedy Bassetti scores. Oakland takes a 1-0 lead in the best-of-5 series. Your MVP of the game is Ricky Henderson. God rest his soul. Ricky Henderson walks it off for the A's. What a fun game with APBA Basic. He would have stole second on the chart, but doesn't have to. The game's over. Your winning pitcher is Ochinko, excuse me. So he's the winning pitcher. Losing pitcher is Raleigh Fingers. What a game. What a game. Ricky Henderson walks it off as Billy Martin has a pinch runner, then Mitchell Page, the pinch hit, the sack bunt. It all worked. That's Billy Ball, my friends. That is Billy Ball. So Oakland wins 5-4. A's 1-0 in the series. So we're going to do 2, 2, and then 1. That's the way we're going to play the best of 5. 2 in Oakland, 2 in Milwaukee, if necessary, back to Oakland. I'd like to thank Sports Flicks. Thank you. I hope I'm feeling better. I'm just still fighting it. I'm negative now, so that's cool. World's Worst Gamer says, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you also. So thank you to Sports Flicks, World's Worst Gamer, Clinton Parks. Mark Jones, Dave Gardner, Sports Time Machine, another replay guy, hooray. D. Scott Howard, Philip Reynolds. Thank you to everyone who watched and did not join in the chat. Feel free to join in the chat anytime you want. It's a fun time and always a good time. So thank you. If you enjoyed the stream, smack that like button. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Check out the other wonderful content creators in our community. I named a few who are here today in the chat. Sub, like, share them as well as me. There are many fine content creators in our community. The FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. Make the channel grow, make the community grow. Come back where everybody knows your name and have fun. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy what you celebrate. Happy New Year. I greatly appreciate everyone's time. God bless. I love you all. Hopefully we see each other very soon again. The A's walk it off with Ricky Henderson single in the bottom of the 9th, scoring Rick Bassetti, the pinch runner. Rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. Once again, 5-4 Oakland. Thank you. And I got to do this because I always do this. Take care. Peace.